Good evening, I'm Chris Ramirez, Chief Meteorologist Chris Ramirez here, and I'm joined with Aaron Ayers, our weekend meteorologist. And so what we're doing is that we are starting a new weekly live stream with your KSAN Storm team, where we're just going to talk about all things weather and, when it comes to here in the Concho Valley or around the nation, for the most part. So yeah, this is a part of our new live stream. Usually it would be 30 minutes long, but we just wanted to give you a preview of what we're going to be doing, just kind of give you just a sample of what to expect in the next coming days here. And of course, you can always join the conversation with this. We are on Facebook Live right now, and so you can join the conversation, ask your questions, and participate and be involved with this weekly live stream here. So, Aaron, do you have anything? You're from Alabama. You just joined.
Right.
You just joined the KSAN Storm team. You graduated from the University of South Alabama. And how long have you been? I feel like it's been like yesterday where you first started. Now
I know, it really has, and it's been go, 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 go ever since I've got here.
Yeah.
And I've been here about a month, a little over a month.
About a month. And so are you liking San Angelo?
I really like it, and I really like the people here. The people are very friendly, and so that's what I love about this area. Another thing that I love about this area is that it's so flat. It's so different than Alabama geography-wise, and I love that you can see so far, and you can see all those storms that are miles and miles away, and I'm just amazed.
That's what I'm from Houston, originally, and so we have the trees, so you can't see from like far distance, but that's one of the things about West Texas is that you can see those storms coming on in, and that cloud structure is something that's just very interested in. But like I said, so we are on Facebook Live, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to be operating our Mac system behind us for the next several days here. Several days, that doesn't make sense. What did I say, several days?
I'm not really sure, but I'm also watching Facebook over here, so I'm watching for comments.
Oh yeah,
I'd love to see if
is there anybody watching right now? Or?
We've got 33 people watching
33
right now.
people watching.
That?
That's good. That's a good start. But like we mentioned, yeah. See, I'm trying to be fancy. It's like that's what you get when you try to be fancy. Is that you usually run into issues when it comes to like trying to control stuff. But let's dig right into it. Let's talk about what we're expecting here in the Concho Valley in terms of rainfall. And so we really haven't seen that much rain. So usually right now, our yearly normal rainfall is supposed to be 21.25 inches. Our normal rainfall by October 21st is supposed to be 18.47 inches. And the year-to-date normal is supposed to be at 18.56. And so what we've seen so far in terms of rainfall for us here across San Angelo, and of course our measuring rainfall site is at Mathesfield, we have seen a year-to-date rainfall at 15.27 inches. That is 3.20 inches below normal. And so like I mentioned, so there's definitely the case when it terms of increasing drought conditions. We have that drought index. There's two things here. I know a lot of people get confused when it comes to the drought. We do have a 24-month water supply from the city of San Angelo, but when it comes to that, we look at that drought index, and there is severe drought because the U.S. drought index actually goes with the soil saturation with that there. So what we're supposed to see here, let's going into October normals. We usually highs are supposed to range around 77 degrees. Normal low for this time of year is supposed to be at 52. We got down to 36 this morning. Fairly cold.
That is cold.
Yeah.
That's really cold, especially from where I'm from.
Yeah, that definitely. And I know you at Huntsville, Alabama?
That's correct.
And then, of course, you went to
school in Mobile.
In Mobile,
That's
so
right.
Off the coast. So very humid. One question, how are you dealing with the dry air here?
Okay, so that's really new for me to get adjusted to. It's always like, I talked about this earlier either on Facebook Live previously, but you walk outside in Alabama and you get drenched within minutes, and it's not even raining, you're just soaking wet from sweat and the humidity that's in the air. So it's one of those things where you step outside here and it feels crisp, and it's very different.
Right, and so also too, we're drier here in San Angelo. Usually our normal high for time is 77, normal low is 36, 52 actually. We got down to 36 this morning. I know someone mentioned that the fact that it's getting into the 30s, that they're going to have trouble with the tomatoes if you are growing tomatoes. That's a good fact. I'm not really sure if anybody can go into the Facebook comments and say, hey, I know tomato growing really is not a good environment when the temperature gets into the 30s. That's what I saw. That's what somebody told me. I got to look into that to see if that's the case there. But normal precip, 2.3 inches for the month of October. That's what we're supposed to see we've only really haven't gotten any. And of course, we did see some rain in other locations in the Concho Valley, but of course, we're going off that measuring site at San Angelo Mathis Field at the airport, even though it's on the southern portions of town. Do you have any Facebook comments there?
I don't have anything right now, but I'm looking, I'm just double checking, making sure I'm not missing anything.
Sure. Okay, so, sunrise. Sun is rising at 7:40 a.m., sun is setting at 7:03. Now we're getting into that time where we're getting less daylight for us here in the Concho Valley, or for us here in this portion of Texas, and that's one thing I look forward to. I don't know, we gain an hour of sleep for daylight savings. I'm looking forward to that.
That would be nice.
I know that's one of the things where the daylight saving, I know they were wanting to get rid of it at some point or something.
Oh, they've talked about that years, and they keep debating back and forth on that. And some states don't have it. I know, what is it? Is it New Mexico? I think New Mexico is one of the states that doesn't partake in that.
Right.
So,
is it Arizona?
Maybe it's Arizona.
Arizona? Okay.
We'll check. We'll check.
Just as long as we gain an hour of sleep, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
I really suffer when we lose an hour back in spring. So sun setting at 7:03 or sun rising at 7:03 a.m. So in terms of drought conditions, this is what we're going to talk about. And you know, this is in terms of soil saturation across the state of Texas. If you see behind me here, is that much of the state is suffering from severe drought conditions. Of course, Imelda, the remnants of Imelda, did take southeast Texas, I don't know if you can see that there, out of that drought situation. And looking at the current situation right now, 61.76% of Texas is abnormally dry. I'm going to go ahead and adjust my seat there. 50.39% is moderate drought, 26.33% is severe drought, and 9.37% is extreme drought. So that's in terms of the entire state of Texas. We are seeing increase those extreme drought conditions for us here in the Concho Valley here. Also, too, we did have a lot of rainfall Sunday night. Was it Sunday night?
Yes,
into
Monday
Monday
night
morning in this area. So Kimball County, Menard County, they're seeing those extreme drought conditions, but there was actually a flash flood watch in effect for Sutton County into Kimball County. So I'm pretty certain that that's going to help the drought situation, the rain that they saw Sunday night. Unfortunately, we didn't really see that here in San Angelo, and so we missed out on that. Seems to me that we've always missed out on the rain that kind of goes around San Angelo.
I've heard people deem it as like the dome effect.
Yeah, something along the lines of that. And
there's no scientific evidence to that.
Yeah, that's true. Also, too, I know when it comes to like the dome effect, when I went to school, I went to Mississippi State in Starkville, Mississippi. We called it the Starkville Dome. Right. I know that somebody else who went to A&M at the meteorology program there, they called it the College Station Dome. And then I'm assuming, Mobile, you had a meteorology program at University of South Alabama. Right. Did y'all call it the Mobile Dome?
Yeah, we did. We had a little bit of that. And that seems like any major metropolitan area, they're like, there's some kind of thing.
Some kind of explanation.
Weird force or something.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't heard any scientific evidence. And one of my professors actually, he did say that there was a portion of Mississippi that did have this dome effect because of the agriculture. Something with the agriculture and all the farming that in this portion of town where it does actually cause drier conditions or like rainfall. There was some kind of unrelated explanation. I remember my professor talking about it, but for us here in San Angelo, not that we know of if there's scientific evidence, but I know a lot of times when you would never probably hear us say that because one thing too is like when we start saying like, oh, San Angelo Dome, it kind of gives people this false sense of security.
Right, and we don't want to do that. Right. It's not something we want to do here at KSAN.
Right, yeah, we don't want to give a false sense of security, and so people start taking that to heart when they hear that San Angelo Dome or whatever, Robert Lee Dome or Brady Dome or something like that. I know Brady gets a lot of rain because they're dealing with more.
And it's just a lot of weather folklore is really what it is.
Yeah. So in terms of that, so as we look at our lake levels, this is what we're looking at in terms of lake capacity, full capacity. How many people are watching? Just want to know.
We've got 22 viewers right now.
That's good. Not bad. Cool.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. So Lake Nasworthy. 86% full. I know about a couple of weeks ago it was 89% full. I know that they do limit the amount of water that's in Lake Nasworthy because it is a recreational lake. I don't know if you've seen.
I've seen boaters.
Yeah, a lot of boaters there, and so they purposely keep Lake Nasworthy somewhat full so we can use it for recreational use. But Twin Butte, 65% full, not too bad. OH Ivy, 70% full, and then OC Fisher, of course, suffering there at 9% full. And that's all due to the lack of rain, and we're seeing this kind of dwindling down in terms of our reservoir capacities. good news is that we're still at that 24-month water supply for us here in San Angelo. So that's good news in terms of water. I don't think we're going to expect to see any type of drought restrictions anytime soon. Don't quote me on that. So that being said, so looking at what we can expect here, I'm trying to log into our system here. So we're talking
about the next 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook behind us here, and this is for the whole nation. And the other thing about the drought is not only is Texas dealing with the drought, but I've noticed back home, back in Alabama and portions of the southeast, they've been dealing with drought conditions as well there. So this will be beneficial for places in the southeast where precipitation is needed, here in Georgia, portions of Alabama and Mississippi as well, where we've seen drought conditions there in those regions as well. And notice for us here in San Angelo and portions of Texas, we're expecting some above average precipitation.
Right, so that's some good news. And this is all due, this is for the next 8 to 14 days, we're expecting above average. This is from the Climate Prediction Center. And this is all, I'm assuming with this, we're expecting another cold front coming through Thursday afternoon into Friday morning, which is gonna have some significant rain chances and storm chances with it. So, like, I don't know if anybody realizes that we're getting into a seasonal period of the year where we do have a severe weather risk when it comes to the changing of the season. So when we have our severe weather episode or a severe weather risk in spring, and now since we're getting into the fall, changing into fall, now we're seeing that another little round of severe weather activity that could occur for us here in the Concho Valley and in portions of Texas, and we saw that on Sunday night with that tornado that happened in Dallas. Yeah, so definitely looking at that. So this is our 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, and we're expecting to see below average temperatures, moderately below average temperatures, well below average to the north of us, but honestly, I'm pretty sure we're going to see some temperatures in the 30s for portions of the next, I think it's this weekend. Do you have any comments?
Yes. We've got a few people saying hello, and so Bobby Coleman says hi, so hi back to you. Thanks for watching, and we're not real sure how well we're going to interact with you guys, but we're going to try our best to interact as much as we can.
I know there is a delay, so when it comes to like the footage and what comments that we see there, but that's one thing to look forward to. So like I said, Aaron, like what I was mentioning, we could be in the 30s for this weekend with that next strong cold front to come through, which is probably going to bring our temperatures well below average in terms of that. And so looking at our clouds and radar right now, not really showing too much activity. We have this high pressure system situated over the southern portion of the United States. They're just issuing a warning. You see that right there? I think
I see that.
Yeah, marine warning. You see that blinking? That means that they just issued something for portions of the Louisiana coast. I'm assuming that's that marine warning or some type of warning there. We can actually check that out. You know, if we look into it. Since I'm already like logged in here and I'm able to actually control what we do with our system. Hey, if you're headed towards the coast, there is some type of warning. We're about to figure this out right now.
I'm getting a lot of comments, or a couple of comments about thoughts about winter. I don't know if you've looked at anything. I personally haven't looked at anything yet regarding winter.
Right, I have not looked in terms of like when it comes to winter. The thing is that winter weather, predicting and forecasting winter weather is so challenging.
It is very challenging.
And between you guys and me, well, between us and the viewers who are watching, hey, you gain some insight here. Usually when it comes 2 days plus of winter weather forecasting, usually it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, you have to be very, very careful because our models here are not really very reliable with that when it comes to winter weather predicting for that. I'm trying to figure out what that warning is off the coast. Oh, well. I think it's probably some marine warning.
Yeah, it's usually to do with rough seas or rough boating conditions when it's off the marine area.
So talking about that tornado that happened in Dallas, I know it was north of Dallas. So I know in and around Garland, which is around this area, there was, I believe, what was I know you were looking at the damage assessment.
Exactly, and looking at that, we actually had a total of 9 tornadoes that were actually confirmed in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. That's the area that the Weather Service covers there in the Dallas and Fort Worth area. And so we've seen 9 tornadoes that have been confirmed in that area when storms move through, Sunday night into Monday morning, early Monday morning. and they were dealing with those storms when we were dealing with storms here in the Concho Valley.
Right.
And so the highest rated tornado was an EF3 tornado with speeds of 140 miles per hour. That touched down in Dallas County. So this is the storm that
Dallas
we're talking
County,
about.
this right here. Did it tell? No, there was just north of Dallas there, and the one in around, I think, near Terrell. I know there's something wrong along the lines of that, but definitely the footage coming out of there was crazy in terms of that footage there. So if we do have a video to play. This is that footage. This is,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're seeing, well,
That's
of course.
not smart.
Okay, for one, this is not the best thing to do when a tornado is overhead at all. You need to be inside, but this person decided to open their door and just film all the debris. Of course, it's very dramatic footage there, but you see all that debris just flying everywhere. And of course, this is from our Twitter user, _ hey, it's Zammer _ but yeah, you're just able to see all of that footage. Very dramatic.
Gosh, there's like roof pieces like blowing by in the background. What?
Yeah, and if you go on to the next video here, the next video that we do have is the actual one of the tornadoes itself. This is from Athena Rising on Twitter. Of course, this is from our NBC affiliate in the Dallas-Fort Worth area who have gotten access from it. And I mean, look, it's nighttime. You don't see it when the lightning is not there. That's how dangerous this situation is. Wow. Okay, you're able to see that tornado in and around the area. And just like when it's not lightning, you can't see that coming at all.
That's the problem with nighttime tornadoes.
Right. It's that's one of the biggest issues in terms of that of the tornadoes. So if we can go on to the next video, this is the this is from KXAS, and that is a Home Depot.
That's wild. Look at the roof. That's oh my goodness. Completely destroyed in terms of. That's just that. Now, I did hear a report that they actually closed the store early and they sent the employees home. So I believe KXAS reported on that, saying that they sent the employees home, which is the good thing to do there, because look at that. That's insane. Somebody could have been killed.
Right. And so, yeah, this is aerial footage of a Home Depot in and around the North Dallas area. And man, it's just, I just can't get over it. I'm assuming that's another building, or is that the same? Is that the same building?
I don't think that's the same building. That's a different. We're seeing houses now.
So now you see all of those houses completely demolished. And we had a share of our tornado here in the Concho Valley. But yeah, just pure destruction, especially for the fall season. Man, and it's just, I mean, you know, being in the centermost portion of a home, they always say, there's no structure that can keep you 100% safe from a tornado, but there is structures that could keep you safer than others. So, like I said, I mean, you're hearing that from me. Is that scientifically proven, or is like, I don't know if it's scientifically proven, but it's just one of those things where not any one structure can keep you 100% safe, but there is safer areas than other areas within the home, usually the centermost portion of your home or in your car.
Right, you want to put as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. Right. And you also want to try to stay as low to the ground and cover your head if possible. A bicycle helmet is a good thing to use.
And one thing here, this is a common misconception. People think that just because a building is big, meaning that that's the safest place to go. This footage right here is by all means, like, that's not the case.
That just proves it.
That just proves like what to expect in terms of our, you know, footage for that. Yeah. So we're going to switch gears here. We talk about the Dallas tornado, a lot of damage. People lost their homes. We had our own share of a tornado in here in the Concho Valley back in May. But now we're going off to the west coast of the United States. We're now talking about the Santa Ana winds, and that is causing some wildfire situation for portions of California. And kind of looking at this graphic here, it's when you have a high pressure system that's actually situated. I'm going to go ahead and restart this graphic so you can see kind of more easy. You see that high pressure up there. You see the westerly flow or easterly flow of winds that are moving over the mountains there, the Santa Ana mountains. And once they pass the mountain range into the valley, it's very, very dry air. And what that does is that, you know, you have low humidity, you have descending dry air, you have probably hotter temperatures therefore, so it's mainly dry and desert situation. Very well could start wildfires for portions.
It's very easy to start those fires when you've got those dry, windy conditions. In fact, I know that the forecast calls for low humidity values of 15 to 30%.
Oh, wow.
As
Okay.
we go into Wednesday and Thursday for portions of California.
Right. That's pretty insane. Is there was there any other? So now
Not only that, but the wind gusts are expected to possibly get up to 60 miles per hour.
Right. So yeah. So not only is the dry air, they have those very high wind gusts off the mountains there that can cause wildfire concerns for portions of California. And of course, so we can go into our first video of this particular situation. This is aerial footage from KNBC, and you're able to see
Look at the smoke.
Yeah, all that smoke, all of that fire that's just currently spreading. So there's a lot of homes that are in danger of this. People are evacuating. This is something that you're hearing in the headlines as of now. But it kind of gives you what even though we're talking about a news situation, we're kind of giving you into a scientific more explanation of why this is occurring at the moment.
Look at that helicopter they're using to drop water in this fire.
It's one of those those two blade helicopters,
Yeah.
and that's pretty insane there. And in terms of, you see that highway, just to the south of where those fires are, and that's just something that's pretty crazy, in terms of that fire. Do you have another video of any other wildfire? Okay, yeah. Oh, so
look
now
at the houses.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that's some type of. It looks like some kind of industrial, or is those houses?
It looks like homes.
Okay,
to me.
those are
I
homes.
think those are people's homes, and
Wow.
that's the real situation that people in California have to deal with. Is they may lose their homes in a moment's notice. Look at that palm tree that's on fire.
Right, yeah, that is insane. So this is, of course, from our NBC affiliate KNBC, and this is all of that fire of people losing their homes, and this is all due to those very gusty winds, very dry air, due to those Santa Ana winds that are off the coast of California, and that's just people are losing their homes.
I know, and it's unfortunate, and it's a very dangerous situation. They say have a go bag ready to go with all the essential things that you need, because you never know when something like this is going to, especially with these winds driving these fires so rapidly, you never know how quickly or how soon that these wildfires can get to your house, especially in California.
Right. So if we could just keep the video on right there. So yeah. So of course, this is a very interactive game. Do you have any comments that are currently going on right now?
I don't have any new comments right now. Just some people want to know about the winter.
What we can expect during the winter, because we have
maybe next episode.
Yeah, we will.
We'll
this is a preview episode. We will dive more in depth, and we want to hear feedback from you on what to expect in terms of what do you want us to talk about? This is an open situation in terms of that there. But looking at our situation, okay, so now we can have the camera. We're going to be interactive. We're going to play a game with this.
We've got a game.
A game, yes.
And you can play at home too. So here's how this is going to work. So what we're going to show you is a graphic. We've picked some locations from across the country and around the world, and we're going to put up a temperature, and it's not the actual temperature. So Chris and I are going to guess and see who's right, if we think the temperature is higher or if we think the temperature is lower than the temperature that we have in there. So if you'll go ahead and click to our first location.
Our first location, okay, so the temperature in San Angelo is 60, okay, is the temperature in San Angelo higher or lower than 60? And we're talking about current conditions.
Current conditions.
Current conditions.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to be honest, I have not looked at the temperature for the past hour because we're trying to prepare for our live stream here.
And I haven't seen it either, so
I'm going to go ahead and say lower. So what's the current temperature?
You have to click to find out.
I have to click to find out what the current, currently.
Oh, we're both wrong.
We're both wrong. It's still 63 degrees.
Yeah.
You would think that we would know that information, but I haven't looked at usually I'm constantly looking at the temperature.
You would think he's on top of his stuff.
But hey, we're preparing for this situation. I'm really mad that I'm wrong.
Let us know how many you actually get right in the comments. We'd love to know. So
okay, so our next location.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, my hometown. Yay. Okay, go Stros.
Oh, yes.
Go Stros. Okay, so is the temperature in Houston higher or lower than 70 degrees? Okay. I'm just going to think out loud here because I'm pretty sure. Okay, you can put your answer. Put your hands. Don't be afraid. You already did it. I know that Houston was a little bit cooler than us today.
Yeah.
Because they're dealing with colder air. I'm going to say, gosh.
But they're a coastal city.
Okay, I'm going to say.
You don't think there's any coastal effects?
I'm saying higher than 70. No, that's not really. That's the current temperature.
Yeah, that's the METAR.
That's the METAR data.
That's the METAR data.
You just okay. I believe you. Okay, So now we're going to your hometown, Huntsville, Alabama. Is the temperature in Huntsville, Alabama higher or lower? Oh, did we already do it?
No, I went through. I don't think I
you didn't put the pause points. Okay. Yeah.
Oh well. Oh well, it's 55 degrees, so it's actually warmer.
Okay, let's talk about New York.
New York.
So we're talking about New York City, right?
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to say for sure lower.
Yeah, I'll go lower too.
Let's see what it says. Okay.
61, hey.
We're right. Awesome. Okay. We're just a couple of more. Atlanta. Dang it. 60. It's like, I haven't looked at anything.
I'm going higher.
I'm going to say lower. You're probably going to be right.
Oh!
I'm right!
You're
right! For once. So let's just Miami.
Oh, Miami.
I know that's high. Yeah, they're still like, it doesn't ever get cold there at all.
No, it doesn't get cold in Miami,
definitely.
Right?
Hey, but
okay,
so we're right,
like
but also hey, it's pretty close.
It is cool.
It is pretty close in terms of our temperatures there. But I guess hey, we have time for one more. What time is it? 9:51. London, England.
Ooh.
That is a good one.
Oh,
okay.
One thing to note about this is that they are on the Celsius scale, but I did put everything in Fahrenheit.
Okay.
So everything's still in Fahrenheit. That is still a temperature in Fahrenheit.
So you have a METAR. There's a.
Okay, there's not a METAR, but there is grid data from the model, the European model. So we're going to.
Okay, so I'm going to explain my reasoning of why I want to. Okay, so we have the jet stream. Oh no, it's not the jet stream. It's the Gulf Stream. The Gulf Stream in the ocean.
The currents in the ocean.
So that causes London to be a little bit warmer. That's what's causing them to have mild temperatures. I'm going to say it's higher in London right now. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, you're right. You're right.
Oh, yeah, I was right. So you're
right.
You're wrong. Awesome.
Well, I think that's all we have.
Yeah, that's all we have in terms of our game.
Let us know how many that you got right in the comments, and don't say all of them because I know you're not
telling
the truth.
Yeah, because if you're googling it or looking at your little weather apps or your iPhone apps.
Because people are doing that.
Don't. Just be honest here.
Yeah.
Because I would totally use my weather app if I was at home.
Yeah.
Hey, download the Concho Valley Homepage app. You can get weather forecasts along with local news stories and sports.
Or you can check out ConchoValleyHomepage.com anytime, day or night.
Yeah, there you go. We did good. Bosses should be happy that we said that. Okay, so this is a preview of what we can expect. We have about just under 10 minutes before the 10 p.m. newscast. You can always follow us on social media. Myself at Chris Ramirez KSAN on Facebook, and then of course at Chris Ramirez WX on Twitter.
I'm meteorologist Aaron Ayers on Facebook, and I'm Aaron A_WX on Twitter. So
and you can always follow KSAN News and on Facebook and Twitter as well. So that's going to end it for our preview of our weekly live stream that we're planning on carrying out for the next several weeks here. And so, of course, if you have any suggestions, let us know. And if you want to hear us talk about a certain topic, let us know that too. There is a suggestion box somewhere. We'll work on it.
Or in the comments. Just drop it in the comments. We'll take it there too.
All right. So that ends it. And there we go.
Thanks everyone for watching.
Thanks for watching.